Weeki Wachee, come on, man. Manatee, you see mullet all the time. Look at the water, crystal clear.
We had a plan. I was gonna leave my fiance, Michal, behind on my way back to our sailboat, while she stayed behind to work harvest. And here's how that's shaping up. Welcome to Bums on a Boat, where actions speak louder than words. Our past, and words like bum, loser, success, or failure do not define us. We are what we choose to do now. Wish me luck on this adventure. Let's go, baby!
What's up, everybody? Joel here, Bums on a Boat. I have successfully and safely made my way back to Weeki Wachee, our 33-foot sailboat and floating home. However, I am alone, and usually that's not the case. Usually my fiance Michal and our dog Lola is on board, but we're in a bit of a transition right now, and this episode is gonna take you back in time and catch you up to real time, where we're at right now. Hello. Welcome to Weeki Wachee.
We're back in Tampa, Florida, which was my last stop as I made my way back to the boat. And we're kayaking Weeki Wachee, which is my all-time favorite place in the world to kayak.
We're here to do a little kayaking and a little exploring, and we're also doing a patron meetup. All right, the man, the myth, Bill Bang, that just drove 5 hours from Miami.
Hi.
Wow. So I'd like for you to explain why you just drove 5 hours for this kayak trip and you're gonna drive 5 hours back.
I went to a speech when I was like 19 in a class in college, and the speaker said that 95% of the planet are proletariat, 5% are socially elite. What I came away with it was that if I'm doing what 95% of the people tell me is the right thing to be doing, I'm probably screwing up. So I'm much better off doing what the 5% say, or the silent 5% never say, and all the other people tell me I'm crazy and it's always done well in my life. So I came here to meet Joel so I could get a little info off him, get to know him, because he's one of those kind of people.
Meanwhile, back at the Schuster Farm in Washington State,
Morning. Are you ready to go? Jimmy wants to take the Peterbilt, so we're taking the Freightliner, which is a little self-sacrificing on his part because the Peterbilt is a real rough ride, but I am not complaining. Is that gonna work for you, Lola? Nice little sleeper cab. How's that? We all ready?
As the trailer airs out.
This one takes a little while to air up, doesn't it?
Yes.
What do you got there, Willie? Look at this guy. Oh, he's got a little baby with him.
And then when they came along, we started going up there.
Weeki Wachee, come on, man. Manatee, you see mullet all the time. Look at the water, crystal clear. Can't come to Weeki Wachee and not jump out of a tree. Now, we've been going upstream quite a while, and we have not seen a single tree because they've cut them all down. Right behind me was the best tree on the whole entire river, and that's gone.
here we are 6 years earlier on that very same tree, which is now underwater. And it's representative really of how different things are now. This is early stages of the Bums on a Boat adventure. Much has changed since then. So this is a tribute to the greatest tree jumping tree that I've ever had the pleasure of jumping out of. It was everything about this tree. The nice clear 70-degree water to jump into, the sandy bottom, the big spot for everyone to crowd and watch, the many different platforms and heights to jump off of. And it got up to about 70 feet tall if you went to the top. So this tree was fantastic, and it's so sad that it's been chopped down. Let's take one last walk down memory lane as Jared quotes a Bums on a Boat philosophy.
Pain is temporary. The conquering of fear will be with you for a lifetime.
For some reason, this little skinny thing with these sketchy little stairs is still here. Bye, Manatee. That was so cool. That was definitely my favorite all-time manatee encounter. They were just drifting with us for so long, and one of them appears to just be eating off the other one. I think it's kind of a win-win situation. One guy's getting food, the other guy's getting clean. All right, Bill, what did you think about Weeki Wachee?
Oh, this was amazing. Thank you so much for inviting me, and wow, this was great. Try to keep
My
it up.
pleasure.
Well, tell everybody on YouTube if they want to come to call me.
Wow.
Say that again, Joyce. Why don't you tell him yourself?
Oh, no. But I have been known to take people when they call me.
Are you saying anyone on
I'll
YouTube?
give you one of
Joyce
my
literally just said any one of you on YouTube can call her and she will take you kayaking.
Might have to.
Did you just say that, Joyce? She's recanting.
Almost
She's
anyone.
Making a little coffee. Looks like you had your shower already. Oh, that's awesome. I've got a sidekick here today. Did you see her? She loves trucking because she's got this big bed here. I'm having a phone call with Joel because I've got a little service on this stretch of road, and with the time difference we find it hard to catch up with one another, and right in the middle of my phone call Jimmy comes over the CB in the other truck and he blew a tire, so Dad just had him pull off. There is a pretty good little parking lot for him to wait in, and don't have a spare or anything. He's fully loaded, so Dad's gonna have to get a call off to Les Schwab, the tire people, once they open. It's still pretty early, it's only about 6:30, but yeah, Jimmy's just gonna have to wait, get a new tire, and then keep on taking his load down to the river so he can get dumped. There it is, that's where we're going. What's the story on this bridge?
It's ridiculous.
Who helped design it?
That would be my father. He, when they put in the dams and flooded this whole area, they had to create a new bridge here. And that bridge is actually named after Elmer Huntley, who's one of my relatives as well. But Dad designed the bridge, and it was rough from the beginning, and it's rougher now. And my Uncle Ted, who drives the truck, was complaining to my dad about the bridge being rough, and my dad, being an engineer, he simply said, well, I don't know, it seemed pretty smooth on paper. They open at 8. Last time I called, I got them before 8.
Oh, is that Les Schwab that opens at 8?
Yeah.
Well, this place opens at 7. 7:30, and it looks like we're the first ones in line.
We are.
I don't see anybody else in front of us. Nice. What happened? You got a little limp? Do you hurt your paw? We got some thorns over here. Oh. Oh. That's not good. Okay. Trying to go for a swim or what? What do you think? It's just a beautiful, calm morning down here by the Snake River. So what we do basically is truck our grain the entire length of Whitman County. Just about. The Snake River is the south border of Whitman County. And we're a little more towards the north end up by Rock Lake. Maybe I'll have my editor, Babe, throw a little map in here for you. And the reason we do that is because Dad gets a better price for his grain when it's down at the river, because that way they can get it on a barge ship it down the Snake River to the Columbia, out to Portland on the coast, and then overseas ultimately. Whereas with the grain elevators that are in each of the small towns, they gotta truck it to get it to the barges. But Dad has the trucks, so this just works out a little bit better for him. So that's why we're trucking grain and making a mission every morning. What's our weight? What do you guess?
107.
What is it?
107, 320.
Okay, good. So first we weigh the loaded truck, then we go in and we dump out the grain, we watch our door, and then we weigh the empty truck to find out what the difference is. That's pretty much it. That's the river run. Pretty good load. You happy with your weight?
Yeah.
1,200 bushels. There we go. Now we're driving back to the field so we can get going again, cut some more wheat. Looks like Jim found a little sanctuary here at the church with his blown tire. We're gonna check this out. Dad already got a hold of Les Schwab, the tire people, so we've got help on the way, but it's not gonna be for another hour or two. What's the damage?
It shredded the cap.
Yeah.
Threw the cap off. And it's off the bead. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Don't see the wrecking.
Toasted.
These are, yeah, like brand new from Tory's.
Brand new?
Yeah.
How'd that happen then?
Well, sometimes the caps don't hold.
Not much to do other than hang out and wait. It's kind of a bummer. It's gonna slow us down today. We won't be able to get as much wheat cut without all the bodies around, but could be worse. That's what happens. Go for it. You're clear. We've made it back to the harvest field. It's now 9 a.m. So getting up at the butt crack of dawn about 4 o'clock. 5 hours to take the load down, get back to the field where we can now do a little bit of daily maintenance on the equipment. Dad's gonna change a sickle section, which is a piece of the combine that actually cuts the grain. That gets a lot of wear, so we're gonna replace that. He's got a bad air conditioner he's got to look at. Hopefully he can order a new one and get that before too long, because you gotta have an air conditioner out here. It's just too damn hot to be sitting roasting in a cab all day in 100-degree weather. And that might all take an hour, maybe 2. We'll just see what happens, and then we'll get the headers in the grain and we'll start cutting some more wheat. Okay, we just need to go a couple feet your way. That's good. Ready? We had a pretty good day of cutting, even though we got a little bit of a later start than we would have liked to with the blown tire on the truck. That was a little bit of a slowdown. And Dad's AC compressor gave out, so he's been absolutely boiling up there in his combine. I've been running my AC on full blast just because I'm so dang grateful to have it. And I'm like, yes, it feels so good, amazing. I feel really bad for him. He must be just sitting in a pool of his own sweat. That's really tough. Cut some steep ass ground, which is always a little nerve-wracking, a little scary up there, hitting the level limit, but everything went really well. Combine's running great. Dad's combine is running good, except for that AC issue. And yeah, we're not gonna cut until the middle of the night because we don't really like doing that. I'm gonna blow off the combine anyway, so we'll do a little bit of maintenance before we wrap things up. Head home for a shower and some dinner and go into bed so we can wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow and do it again. This is harvest.
Well, I had a little better path up here, Jimmy. I would have had you come up to me, but I have not cut you a spot up here yet. So I'm gonna come to you.
Dad's trying to figure out how to get unloaded. It's been hard for Joel and I being on
Yeah, if I remember right, there's a tiny flat spot up there to unload, isn't there? Just behind me is a fairly decent little bay.
I'll just turn it down a little bit. It's been hard on Joel and I being on totally different time zones, different schedules to catch up, especially since we've never really spent time apart. So we really wanted to catch up, touch in with each other every single night. But he's pretty much always asleep by the time that I get in. So we have like a 10-minute chat. He's all groggy. I'll try to call him in the morning as we're heading down to the river, but sometimes that doesn't always work. But we're figuring it out. We're still less than 2 weeks into this whole idea to spend a couple months apart. So navigating that, but luckily I think it's a good thing that I'm really busy. There's a lot on my plate. There's plenty of stuff to do. I mean, we're harvesting 15, 16 hours a day, waking up at 4 a.m., getting in at 8, 9, sometimes a little earlier. Like today will be a little bit earlier, but anyway, we're managing it. Everything's okay with us on the farm and with Joel and I, and I hope you guys have enjoyed getting a little bit of a glimpse at harvest today and the river run, which is actually pretty fun. I like doing that, even though it's a challenge to wake up in the morning. And I'm rambling, so I gotta cut this off and sign out from here, and I'll talk to you again soon. All right, bye.
Just about to board my flight for Grenada. Shock Mate, here we come, baby. The Eagle has landed. Let's go get our checked bag. This is the real big question mark. How are we gonna do with our checked bag with all of our boat parts in there? We took them all out of packages. We're not planning on selling them. They're all for our own personal use. A little bit unsure as to how the customs is gonna work with all these boat parts we got in there. So hopefully we find our checked bag, get through immigration, all that, and then we're back, baby. And you're all caught up. Stay tuned to see how this all unfolds for Michael and I. I also have a few surprises that I'm gonna save for the next few episodes, so gonna have to stay tuned for next week. And we're ready to get back to work on Shock Mate. We're gonna just jump right in and start doing boat projects here on the boat. We're gonna keep you in the loop on how harvest is going for Michael and the family farm. So all the good stuff, and we're just gonna stay strong and motivated and await for Michael's return. We're gonna jump into project mode, and I don't have Michael, so we'll see how messy things get. We'll see how I do solo.
These are the tales of BOAB.
BOAB, baby, we're BOAB, baby, we're BOAB.